It's time for another 2-minute tech tip.
Welcome, my name is Nimphius and I'm from the Oracle Digital Assistant Product Management team. In this 2 minutes I want to talk about how to manage state in a custom component. So let's get started. Here we see a list of value that is rendered by a custom component, and the component now is awaiting user response. So if I type a new text in, then the component needs to understand that this text probably doesn't need to be handled by the component, but should be passed back to the dialog flow so it can be returned to the system intent. If a user presses one of the buttons, then the component will have to understand whether or not the buttons or the actions that result out of this belongs to the component. And finally, if the component prompts for an entry, then it needs to understand that the text entered needs to be handled by the component. And here's the custom component that rendered the list of values. You see in the header it has tokens set. Now the tokens are less for security reasons than more to provide a unique naming scheme. There is a component token, and this component token is used in the postback actions, and this helps the component to understand whether the button that was pressed belonged to itself or to another component. There is a component state variable, and this is used by the custom component to save values between invocations. In my case, it's using true or false to indicate whether the component has to handle the user entered text or just to pass it to the dialog flow so it can be rerouted to the system intent. And then I have 3 tokens which are used as identifiers for the button. So this way the custom component can tell which of the buttons has been pressed. And then when we look further down where we handle the text messages, and if the variable that is set by the component exists and if it's set to true, then the text message will be processed. If we don't expect a message, then this value is set to false, which basically means that we will trigger an action called text received to indicate to the bot developer that there was a text message entered that the component didn't expect.
Was that a good tip?
This is like a dream I've had.
We want your opinion. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.